Big Ed Brown has appeared in 7 different 90-day Fiancé franchise shows so far. The 57-year-old worked as a professional photographer for a living in San Diego and has reached such levels of fame because the world now knows his name. Big Ed may be ridiculed for his appearance online, but viewers often fail to understand that Big Ed has been living with a medical condition called Klippel-Feil syndrome, where 2 or more cervical vertebra bones in the neck are fused together. With each 90-day Fiancé season that has Big Ed in it, his popularity continues to rise, even if it's for the wrong reasons. Multiple episodes have shown Big Ed chastising and tormenting the women he dates, like Rosemary Vega and Liz Woods. Still, the women also seem to forgive Big Ed for his misbehavior, including Rose, who chats with him on Instagram, and Liz, who got back together with Big Ed more than a dozen times. Big Ed was first introduced in 90-Day Fiancé, before the 90-Day Season 4 in 2020, where he made quite an impression. When Big Ed was dating Filipina single mom Rose, who was 31 years younger than him, he was seen as a genuine cast member who had finally found love after decades of being single. The mayonnaise in his hair didn't stop people from sympathizing with Big Ed, who looked like he was being scammed by Rose and her sister for his money. Everything he did was seen as adorable, from his short stature to his pet dog Teddy to riding around San Diego on his bike. But little did viewers know about what was in store for them when Big Ed finally met Rose. Big Ed and Rose became one of the most talked about relationships in the 90-Day Fiancé franchise ever, as more and more viewers tuned in to watch the show because of the couple's memes and jokes. Big Ed was slammed for making Rose remind him she was less privileged than he is, and was rude to her about her appearance with body hair and bad breath, which was the result of an ulcer. Rose dumped Big Ed when she found out he wasn't interested in having kids and was planning to get a vasectomy in the future. While Rose left the 90-Day Fiancé franchise for good, Big Ed tried his best to milk his notoriety and make money off selling cameo videos and merchandise with his face on it. He started training hard to lose weight and found himself looking for a new younger woman to date on 90 Day. The Single Life Season 1, this time in America. He debuted on the then-new spin-off when he was beginning to be controversial. Big Ed started dating Liz, the manager at his favorite restaurant, after seeking advice from a dating coach. Liz was also a single mom to a young child like Rose, and was a refreshing face on screen due to her likable nature. However, Liz unexpectedly gave in to Big Ed's demands and spent a night with him in a hotel room. Liz deciding to get together with Big Ed, despite his past behavior with Rose, was seen as a desperate attempt on her end to get famous. She even joked about teaching Big Ed how to kiss, and the couple stayed together for a while until they revealed their split during the 90-Day. The Single Life Season 1 tell-all. Big Ed's daughter Tiffany Brown had already voiced her concern about Liz, who was even younger than her. Soon enough, a phone call was leaked in May 2021 that displayed Big Ed verbally abusing Liz and calling her stupid. Since Big Ed and Liz were now broken up, he tried to start dating all over again on 90 Day. The Single Life Season 2, and his search led him to Mexico. Big Ed was seen taking a woman named Mia on a date, who he had met at a friend's barbecue. Things were going great until Mia asked Big Ed about his ex Liz, and he started bawling to confirm he still wasn't over his former lover. The Mexico plan was hatched by Big Ed's mother, Norma Brown, who wanted him to embrace his roots and date a Latina instead. Big Ed was then introduced to a woman named Carrie through his friend Laura on a video call. Carrie and Big Ed were a great match, and a memorable scene from the season was when a robbery outside the restaurant in Mexico made them cut their date short. Because Big Ed was almost shot at, he felt like he had little time left and asked Carrie if they could get married. However, Carrie felt like things were moving too fast. At one point, Carrie even asked Big Ed to shut up. When Carrie later invited Big Ed on a cruise date, she never showed up and ghosted him. Big Ed was disappointed and had to fly back to the U.S. with a broken heart, wondering if he would ever find love again. Big Ed's dog Teddy passed away upon his return to the franchise, and it slowly brought him closer to Liz again, who reached out to support him. Big Ed and Liz got back together and even got engaged, with them shockingly being cast in 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After. Season 7 next. Big Ed and Liz weren't accepted by their families as future husband and wife, especially because of their past history. While Big Ed and Liz seemed like two peas in a pod on Instagram, their 90 Day Fiancé scenes were quite the opposite, with multiple fights, thanks to a jealous Big Ed. During their engagement party, Big Ed accused Liz of having an affair with a female coworker. Liz even threw her engagement ring in a bush after storming out of the party. Still, their toxic relationship mended magically when they partied with Big Ed's family in Arkansas, where they're supposedly planning to move. During the tell-all, Big Ed and Liz split for the 11th time when she discovered he was still in touch with his 90-day fiancée ex-Rose. Liz remarked that she was done with Ed for good. After their problematic appearance and breakups in Happily Ever After. Season 7, Big Ed and Liz headed to a couple's therapy retreat in 90 Day. The last resort with other franchise couples who were struggling in their relationships. Big Ed and Liz's toxic communication, resentment, and deep relationship problems were center stage. They got in several ugly fights during the 2 weeks, but still decided to remain engaged at the end of therapy, even though they didn't appear to take much away from it. Liz said yes to moving to Arkansas with Ed. Big Ed and Liz are currently appearing on their most tumultuous season yet. They're Happily Ever After. Season 8 timeline takes place right after the pair moved to Arkansas to be closer to Ed's family. It seems to be the summer of 2023 as Big Ed and Liz were poised to have their August wedding, and Liz had her daughter Riley. However, viewers have seen Big Ed and Liz break up instead. Apparently, when Big Ed had his family over for dinner, he made Riley's taco too spicy and Ed and Liz got into a fight in front of his family over it. Big Ed took that as the final straw that there was no hope for he and Liz to work out. He went behind Liz's back and formally called off the wedding. When they met to discuss logistics, Liz didn't want to break up, but Ed was final about his decision. Liz and Riley went back to San Diego. Since 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After. Season 8 is still airing. There is more drama to unfold in Big Ed and Liz's storyline 90 Day Diaries. Let's popular and interesting 90 Day Fiancé. Cast members update fans on what's going on in their lives from the first-person self-filmed perspective. Big Ed was in 90 Day Diaries Season 1, where he highlighted his workout routine and talked about how he was working on his physique. His appearance coincided with his debut in 90 Day, The Single Life. In Season 5, Big Ed and Liz had just moved to Oklahoma and talked about their real estate job aspirations via TLC and how they were settling in before their August 2023 wedding, which never ended up happening. Big Ed has appeared on 90 Day Bears all twice. In Season 1, he came face to face with Rose and openly discussed his vasectomy and the healing process. In Season 2, Big Ed talked about his and Liz's tumultuous relationship after the 90 Day. The Single Life Season 1 tell-all. Big Ed has not appeared on any recent episodes of the spin-off that puts the cast members in the hot seat as they spill the tea about their personal lives uncensored. Big Ed appeared in 90 Day Fiancé. Pillow talk with his mom Norma as his partner. They were only in 2 episodes in Season 6, which aired in 2020. The mother and son duo did not hold back on their opinions of the 90 Day Fiancé. Happily Ever After. Season 5. They were not as popular of a duo as some of the other famed pillow top pairs like Tim Malcolm and Veronica Rodriguez, or Robert Springs and Annie Francisco.